Hello everyone and welcome to another weekly analysis on Emini futures. We're gonna start with the S&P 500 index futures. Today is Saturday, March 4th. We are looking into Monday, March 6th, the week starting that Monday. And I want to revive something that I said from last week. As I said that we are in the 10-year weekly. We broke out. We are going to retest and I'm going to try to take a long here. I exactly followed that pattern. It rightly bounced from that trend line, and I did pretty well on Thursday and also on Friday on my weekly. Did not do so well on my intraday trade on Friday, and I'm going to talk about a little bit more on that on the intraday basis, though this is a swing analysis. But from a swing basis, that was to the T. It came down. We obviously that trend line, and it's like it feels like we're cheating here. It bounced right off that trend line, and we closed at this 40.15 level that I had already marked before. And let's see, is anything else here? Let's actually go to the daily here to make sure that, and let's take out our, okay, we are not in the extended hours. Perfect. And we do have a gap here, so that is 40.73. So I'm going to make sure that I move this one here. That's a good level, and this level here seems like a big level here. So as of now we sold off and we are squeezing. So we sold off here and we're squeezing. So that is a typical pattern here, what we call a bear pennant. So if we squeeze, and I'm going to draw that something like that, and this is, let's start from here all the way, you can see more in details, right? Something like that. We'll go around here, so hopefully it closes that gap, or else we are right here, which is close to 40.58, 40.60. So hopefully it closes that gap and goes above, closes that gap and bounces back, and it does that kind of a pattern and then breaks out. If you still want to wait, when would it break out? So it says 317, something around that. So mid-March, when we're looking for a breakout. Will it break out towards the bottom? Looks like it, but I'm not sure. You will go by the price action. And this is where I made the mistake. I was doing well. What I do is that I trade on two different accounts for my swing and my intraday. On the intraday basis, I took a short at 39.90, and that did work out, and I was stopped out on that like for 4 or 5 points. Then I did not really pay attention to the price action and I got stopped out, and it turned out to be a negative day starting Friday for me. So all I did is that walk away and took a trade, and we'll look at the hourly here to show you what I did there. So I walked away from here because, as I said, I got stopped out, and I took a 39.97 trade, and then I just tried to break even. I shorted again at 40.10 and I got stopped out at, because that was the level. And this is what happens when you don't play like with the price action. So if you're looking at the hourly, let's say you're looking at the hourly here, and this is your hourly. So I want to show you the mistake that I made here so that you can see what I'm saying here. You don't know about that other word. You are here in the hourly, and this is your level here. This was one of my levels here. So let's say 40.20 is a level, and if you are going to short at that level, what do you need to see at that level when you want to short at that level is in the time frame, in a smaller time frame, that needs to be retouched and rejected, immediately rejected. And let's go to a smaller time frame here, and we will go to like a 5 day 15 minutes is good enough here. And That was by mistake. So if you're here, that is your 4015, right? It goes here, and if you see that sell off, right, kind of thing, what happens here? What did happen on that one? That 15 minutes. This is, if you look, this is on 7 a.m. in the morning. That 15 minutes clearly says that it tries to sell off. So market gapped up. That means who is in control? The buyers are in control. It tries to, the sellers try to put a pressure here, because obviously that's a level and you would expect that, and it is trying to sell off. When you see something like this in the 15 minutes, you don't take a trade. What? Because you want to wait for that level to be broken, which is what happened here. That got broken, confirmed the broken, so it broke and did not close below that level, so that level is broken. Now it sells off. This is your chance to see if it is a fake break or not. So now it sells off, and it holds that level, holds that level, holds that level, and it's trying to break out from that area, so that 4023. So that's your signal that, hey, it is holding that level. The buyers are still in control, because remember, you have the historical fact here. Gapped up, tried to break down, could not, so buyers in control, moved sideways. That's your signal to take along. And I did not pay attention to that, and I lost. So I took a short right in this big green candle, expecting to go to this level of mine. I had this level here, 39.77, also that level, but I got stopped out right at that 40.25 level. So when I got stopped out, I waited, and here I took a long at the 40.30 level again. This is where you need to reset a bias. You cannot be angry at the market, you cannot do revenge trading, you cannot take that trade again. So when I got stopped out here, so if you see, I took what, 7:15, this is Pacific time, and so that's Eastern time, 10:15, and I took a trade there, and I got stopped out in this trade here in this green candle. So that was 8:45, and I waited, and I saw this side movement, and around 9:30 on this one, I took a trade at 40.28. That's the trade there. Yes, that's the one. 40.28 or 40.29. I have to go back and check my account, but it was like around the 40.30 level. And then I waited for my next level of 40.50, and that got covered here all the way. So yes, I was able to gain back my loss and get all the way to 40.50. But that kind of an analysis you need to do in an intraday basis, and if you lose, that's why we have tight stops on our levels. If we lose, that's fine. We reset our bias, we wait for the opportunity, we go back to see what is happening, and then we trade from level to level. That's the main thing that I wanted to discuss. Not much besides that. We want to also look quickly in the monthly and see where we are, and let's look at that here. I'm going to remove the drawing here so that it becomes a little bit clear. Okay, so let's look at that. And so on the monthly basis, that trend line, if you see the major trend line that we have talked about, got rejected. Retest that trend line here, and so I'm right at that 40.70 level. So let's see if that is closed here, and I'm still now seeing that, okay, it got rejected, moved sideways, got rejected. Obviously there has to be some buying orders there, but I am bearish because it's been going sideways. I'm thinking this trend line will be broken, so I'll maintain my bearish stand as of now here. I'm looking for, I do not have a trade going in the weekend, so I'm going to look for a short now, and obviously price action will prevail. This is all analysis that we're doing based on the trends, the charts, the patterns in trading, but ultimately price action. The intraday price action will let me know if I should take a trade or should I wait. One thing that I also want to quickly bring to your notice is, let's actually go into a 180-day 4-hourly. So when you're getting chopped like this, how do you trade this? So if you go to let's say we look at something a much more smaller time frame of 5 minutes. You're trading a 5 minutes window. So we'll just look at this here, just this trend here. So market gaps up, so that means who is in control? Buyers in control. Let's see if the market is going to gap down, whatever the overnight is. We are not going to put the overnight here. You can see this is the overnight here, right? So this is the overnight. So but we want to take the overnight out, and we're going to keep it simple. I'm not bringing in TPOs or volume profile, anything into picture now. So market gaps up, obviously the buyer's in control. It goes, tests your level and sells off to almost not to your open, but to the bottom here. That was the previous day's high here, right? From where it got rejected. This is a high there. This is not previous day, this is a couple of days high there. It sold off, did not break that, so that becomes your level there, right there. Okay, so you're now watching that, you're saying that, okay, can it break that and close this gap? It did not break and goes up. This price action here is not your trade. You cannot take a trade here. You have to wait for it to break, so that level hold. So confirmation is there that that level hold, but will it retouch that level? I don't know, because we don't know. So yes, you could be a little bit bold here and take a trade here. So market breaks this confirmation, retests, take your trade here at 4002. But I'm not that kind of a person. I would like to see a very clean breakout, and that was what this 40-15 level breakout was for. It broke out in the 5 minutes. If you going sideways, and that's multiple confirmation for you that this level has been breached and has become now support, and you take a trade on that 40-15 and you go to the next trade. So obviously if we zoom out, what would be the next here? In 5 days windows there is none, but maybe I can increase the time frame here and see 20 days. Okay, so we break out from here, go sideways, you break out. One level will be obviously here, 40.33, and you can see here that it moved sideways because it had to break that one. So if you're just playing safe, you take a 40-15, 15 minutes, you're done with your day. So what would be that? That's 8:15 in the morning, so that's 11:15 Eastern time, and that would be close. Your 40.33 will you reach somewhere here, which is 9:50. So within an hour and what is that? 8:15 to 9:50. I don't know. I cannot do my math here. 1 hour 30 minutes or something like that. You have got 15 points in one single ES contract. And 15 points is how much? So that's pretty straightforward math, like 15 times 50. So $750 for one ES contract. If you have 2 of them, you can easily take profit at the 40.33, leave a runner, and your runner is obviously going to go to that level there, or just a 6 point to 10 point trailing stop, and wherever you get chopped out. You could do as simple trading as that. And here what you need is that patience and understand what the market is doing. So just wanted to bring that to your notice. I usually always do that, but Friday was not my day and I made a mistake, and I recovered from it, but definitely I made a mistake. As always, keep your stop losses tight, your losses small, and your profit at large. Thank you for listening.